Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Gene Clemens here. Happy to be with you as always. Appreciate the opportunity to come here and tell you about my top 25 players in the city of Savannah. So a couple of things. Number one, how I came about the criteria. I looked at performance, I looked at potential, and I looked at impact. So it's not just based off stats. It's not just based off of who has all of the awards and accolades. It's not based off of who all has the highest recruiting numbers or whatever that. To me, I put it all together: your impact, what you do, and what you're capable of doing. Without further ado, because there is 25, I know a lot of you are getting ready for games tonight. I'm getting ready for a game tonight, but I wanted you to have this 25 from me. So starting off with number 25, Hunter Newman, wide receiver and defensive back from Jenkins High School. Last year, he played a lot in the backfield, but as Coach Welch said at Media Day, he believes that he's a wide receiver and he's going to get an opportunity to play more wide receiver this year. He is a natural, what I consider to be a guy who just understands how to use his body in space, and when you see him play, it makes a lot of sense. He's a guy who I look at as someone who can be a playmaker on the outside for this team, somebody that has an opportunity to use his speed, as we see right there, to burn by defenders and be successful on the next level. I think he's going to be a major impact as they get stronger and bigger and more physical up front. It's going to allow a young man like that, who I've seen, he's been in the weight room, he's gotten stronger, he's gotten bigger, and he's going to be able to do a lot more of this. Run downfield and catch passes, be a deep threat for him, be a guy that can get the ball in his hands, and he knows how to move within traffic. I think that the sky is the limit for this young man. Look for him to have a breakout senior season. Now, number 4, I debated about this a little bit because I always want to, kind of levy potential versus production. And this young man is definitely somebody who had some production, but if we're being honest about it, is primarily potential right now. But I think it's extremely high potential. And I think that with that, he has an opportunity to be really, really good as a junior this year. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, I am talking about Lorenzo Cowan. So if you don't know, Lorenzo Cowan is the younger brother of senior, and a guy you're probably going to see on this list at some point, Tavion Gadsden. And what we know about Cowan is he's long, he's rangy, he has that deceptive makeup speed because he has those long legs. He's ultra athletic. He's a guy who's been on the basketball court doing this thing now for a few years. You can see him on film. He's able to run down people from behind. He's pretty strong at the point of attack. He's a good tackler. I think, knowing what he's been doing this offseason and getting his body ready for what he's going to have to face going into the season, he's going to be a major factor for Jenkins. And with his big brother on one side and him on the other side, they may form one of the best defensive end duos in the state. There's going to be a lot of sacks between these two guys if teams decide that they want to put it in the air. And Lorenzo Cowan, who's already getting a lot of offers from colleges and is going to get a lot more offers, has an opportunity to have his breakout year in his junior year, very similar to his big brother. Now, next up here, a guy who I think, again, some good production in his rookie or in his first season, as a starter or as a contributor for a team, but really, I believe that this year is going to be his opportunity to break out, his opportunity to really become a stud. And so while he's gotten some big-time college offers, and while a lot of other people might think that he should probably be higher on this list. For me, I look at it from the standpoint of he's done a little, he's going to do more, and most likely he's going to make me look silly when he's much higher on this, when he's much higher on this list next year. And that's Edward Coleman, who is out of Calvary Day. And you're going to see a lot of Calvary Day players on this top 25 because they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talented individuals on this team. There's no doubt about it. And he is one of them. He's a guy who understands how to use his body. He catches the ball well. He catches the ball in traffic well. He knows how to adjust for the ball. He's got speed. He's got quickness. He has everything that you would want out of a guy who's playing receiver at this level. And what he does have, which a lot of other receivers don't have, he has a quarterback who can get him the ball. And you'll probably see him on this list here later on. But at number 23, sophomore Edward Coleman comes in from Calvary Day. Now, for number 22, we went to a veteran, a guy who's been around, a guy who's seen some things, and I think has an opportunity to have a really, really good season this year. And that is Michael Grandy, running back from Country Day. Now, Grandy is one of 4 running backs, surprise, surprise, who have made the top 25 list. He is one of 4 running backs who made the top 25 list. And he makes my list because I like his running style. He's smooth. He knows when to be aggressive. I like that about him. And he's a bell cow for his team. He's a guy who comes in and he is expected to tote the mail for his team. When you see him on film, you can see him set up blocks, jump cut, run through tackles, and keeps his body going. He's got a really good frame on him. He's got great speed to be able to break away. He breaks a lot of tackles. He makes people miss. He is a stud in what he is asked to do in this offense. Again, this is a guy who is carrying the mail. He's a senior. He's been doing it now for a few years, and I think he has an opportunity to have another great season. And it's only going to help him because now people can't use the excuse of, oh, well, you're going to get up against only the small private school competition. He's going to be able to prove it up against some real legitimate teams who have playoff aspirations in front of him. So Michael Grandy Sr., with all that speed, all that power, his ability to continue to run, he comes in at number 22. Now, at number 21, and the final one in this first section of my top 25, we go out to the outskirts of Savannah, to the Pooler area, where we find a young man who has been coming on slowly. But this year I think he has an opportunity to have his best season to date. He is long. He is athletic. He likes to hit people. He's quiet. He's not really about the beating of his chest, at least not what I've seen, but he is about work. And I watched him chasing people down all year. Last year, I watched him chasing people down in the spring game. I watched him chasing people down in his scrimmage in the fall. And I think that Elijah Lacy will continue to be a force this year for New Hampstead. I didn't get a chance to see the game yesterday, so I don't know how he did yesterday, but I'm assuming because they won, he probably had some good impact there. And Lacy is going to be a guy who is going to be called upon to really be the defensive bell cow for this team. Like I said, when you're that long, you're that athletic, you can see him over there on the special teams making a play. When you're that long, you're that athletic, you're going to have an opportunity to make plays. And when I saw him screaming off edge versus Calvary Day in their scrimmage a couple of weeks ago, I said, man, if he's able to get it down and be able to be a force in the run game, as well as what he's going to be able to do as a pass rusher, the sky's the limit for this young man. And so that's number 21, Elijah Lacy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 25 through 21, the first 5 in my top 25 as we count down to number 1. Who is your number 1 player in Savannah? Is it one of these guys? What do you think about this first 5? You'll see the next 5 here probably in another hour. Make sure that you're locked on my Coach Gene Clemens YouTube channel where you can get this exclusive list. Again, really quick, number 25, Hunter Newman. Number 24, Lorenzo Cowan. Number 23, Edward Coleman. Number 22, Michael Grandy Sr. And number 21, Elijah Lacy. Y'all stay tuned for the next installment. That next 5, number 20 down to number 16.